The phenomenon of thought is a central element of human consciousness, yet it often feels elusive and mysterious. Thoughts can emerge spontaneously, seemingly out of nowhere, and at times they feel as though they occupy or even possess us. On other occasions, thoughts are consciously introduced, whether by external stimuli such as a conversation or a book, or by deliberate effort. This dynamic interplay between automatic and intentional thinking offers an opportunity. By observing and influencing the way thoughts arise, we can actively reprogram the nervous system and improve our mental and emotional well-being. This process is deeply tied to neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable ability to rewire itself in response to focused effort and rest. One of the first steps in metaprogramming the mind is recognizing the nature of thoughts. Rather than viewing them as immutable truths, it is helpful to see them as transient phenomena. Mental constructs influenced by past experiences, beliefs, and emotional states. This perspective creates a degree of detachment, allowing for a more curious and less reactive engagement with thoughts. Instead of suppressing unwanted thoughts, a strategy that often backfires, leading to intrusive thinking or obsessive loops, we can introduce new, more constructive thoughts to interact with the original ones. For example, when confronted with the thought, "I have to do this task," one can consciously introduce the reframed thought, "I get to do this task," transforming obligation into opportunity. The use of language is a powerful tool in this process. Linguistic reframing involves shifting how we describe and interpret experiences, which in turn shapes our perceptions and emotions. Subtle changes, such as replacing absolutes with tentative language, for example, "this is terrible" becomes "this is difficult to me," can open space for new interpretations and reduce the emotional intensity of a situation. Similarly, referring to oneself in the third person, "Dave is feeling anxious right now, and that's okay," fosters a sense of distance from the thought and promotes self-compassion. Another effective strategy is the deliberate introduction of gratitude and positive perceptions, drawing inspiration from the character Pollyanna, who finds reasons to be glad in every situation. One can develop a habit of reframing challenges with gratitude. For instance, rather than lamenting a difficult day, one might think, "I'm glad I had the strength to get through it." Over time, this practice can shift the brain's default patterns toward positivity, reinforcing more constructive thought habits. Neuroplasticity underpins the effectiveness of these techniques. The brain is not a fixed organ. It is a dynamic system capable of forming new neural connections and pathways throughout life. When we consciously engage in practices like reframing or gratitude, we flag certain neural circuits for alteration. However, the actual rewiring occurs during states of deep rest or sleep. This means that consistent effort during waking hours, introducing and practicing new thought patterns, sets the stage for the brain to consolidate and integrate these changes during restorative periods. Understanding this process encourages patience, as the results of mental reprogramming may not be immediate but accumulate over time. Mindfulness meditation offers additional techniques for working with thoughts. When distressing thoughts or emotions arise during meditation, one can meet them with acceptance rather than resistance. Phrases like, "restlessness accepted as restlessness is a form of peace," or this too, help to dissolve the struggle against discomfort, leading to a more relaxed and open state of mind. This practice not only reduces the grip of negative thoughts, but also strengthens the ability to observe them without identification, cultivating a sense of inner freedom. In some cases, cognitive reframing can be used to deconstruct delusional or paranoid thoughts. By introducing a light hold on such beliefs, one can create space for critical examination. For example, the thought, "everyone is out to get me," might be met with the counter-thought, When you believe in what you don't understand, suffering results. This introduces doubt and encourages a shift towards rational detachment. Humor can also be a useful tool. Imagining the thought as an absurd character or exaggerating its claims can reduce its intensity and influence. Techniques like these resonate with broader frameworks, such as Jungian psychology and neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP. Jung's concept of the shadow emphasizes the integration of unconscious thoughts and feelings rather than their suppression. Similarly, NLP explores how language patterns and storytelling can reshape mental and emotional states. These systems highlight the potential for metaprogramming to access deeper layers of the psyche, enabling transformative change. In addition to linguistic and cognitive strategies, physical practices can enhance the process of metaprogramming. Techniques like breathwork, visualization, and somatic awareness help to anchor new thought patterns in the body, creating a holistic approach to mental reprogramming. For example, pairing a reframed thought with a deep, calming breath or a visualization of light can strengthen its impact and make it more memorable. Ultimately, metaprogramming the nervous system is both an art and a science. It involves experimenting with different techniques, observing their effects, and refining one's approach based on personal experience. Journaling can be a valuable tool for tracking progress, capturing insights, and identifying patterns that support or hinder growth. Through consistent practice and a commitment to self-exploration, it becomes possible to harness the brain's neuroplastic potential and cultivate a more intentional, empowered relationship with one's thoughts. The implications of this work extend beyond individual well-being. By teaching and sharing these techniques, we can foster a culture that values self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and resilience. In a world often dominated by reactive and fear-based thinking, the ability to consciously reprogram the mind offers a path toward greater harmony and understanding, both within ourselves and in our interactions with others.